Hi guys, today we're making another video. We're in film. There's a lot of kids who like to not act like kids and be acting like crazy kids, whatever. So yeah, just ignore the background. There's also an anime playing. But today we're talking about my craziest top 5 dreams. Why? Because, yes. Starting off with my first ever lucid dream. Now, if you don't know anything about lucid dreams, pretty much it's a dream where you know it is a dream. So pretty much, I go to sleep, and apparently, this is a dream like related to the backgrounds or Stranger Things or something. I don't watch that type of stuff, so I don't actually know. But pretty much, I had a dream where their walls had Christmas lights everywhere. I did not find any ways to escape, like through a door or a window. There was an indoor pool, and no one seemed to be there. Just me, the pool, the Christmas lights, and the mysterious walls, who I can't even find how far they were. So I think they were like painted the same color or something. Anyway, so this was super random for me. So I tried to wake up, but I couldn't. Then I started having a panic attack, an anxiety attack, and yeah, I started panicking because I was actually stuck in a dream. And then I finally woke up. So that one's caused me to have a bit of trauma, but also a bit of funniness, because I feel like that was kind of funny. Just a bit. Including trauma as well. Anyways, so the next dream, I learned all about lucid dreams, right? And pretty much, I learned all about dreams, lucid dreams, sleep paralysis, lucid nightmares, a bunch of that stuff. And I still know it to this day. So I decided to try to use one of the tactics to make a lucid dream, pretty much. And it actually worked. I was in my bed. I got out of the bed. Everything was white for some reason and had black outlines. So I got up. Pretty much, there's this hallway near my room, so I went into it. But for some reason, it seemed to be infinitely long. And after walking in a little bit, I decided to look back, and there was this random thing. I couldn't remember what it is, but it was definitely some sort of entity. And I knew if it caught up to me, then I would die or something. So I decided to run for my life. And then I woke up. But the reason why this is not the second and third dream is because this pretty much, it's just a part 2, pretty much. There's another part 2 thing that is a separate dream, but it's way different, okay? This one was pretty much the same thing. So once I got back to sleep, I was at the same thing, except instead of the hallway, I was at a cliff. The entity was coming closer and closer to me, and I started freaking out until I realized some tactics, and I was in a lucid dream. So I summoned a glider, and I glided down the whole cliff, and the entity, once I landed, the entity teleported onto the ground, and I remembered the stupid but also the most powerful thing ever. Place salt on the ground around you, and say that nothing can hurt me inside the salt circle, and nothing bad could actually happen into a lucid dream. So I did do that. I summoned a bunch of salt, sprayed it around, and said that. And it was pretty much like a force field. It worked perfectly. And then we have dream number 3. This one was the first one, but way more chaotic. Pretty much, I was having fun in a lucid dream when I decided, time I wake up, right? So I tried to wake up, but instead of actually waking up, I got into another dream. And I heard, if you get into another dream while being in sleep, then pretty much you're getting deeper into the dream. So I was freaking out a bit, but I realized I did this before. because this was way after the first and second lucid dreams. So I was thinking, yeah, I did this before. I could just wait a little bit, maybe try again. So I tried again, and I got into another different dream. This is when I started to freak out a bit. But like I said, I was thinking maybe it could be a first time thing. You don't know, Michael. So I'm like, okay, relax. It's nothing. Just try again, and you'll wake up, and everything will be fine. So I try again, and this was noticeably another dream. And this is when I start to freak out, because I was literally crying in my sleep, and then I actually woke up. I don't know how, I just escaped the Matrix. I swear, it's either that or I'm still in a dream to this day or something. I don't know how, but I did wake up. I think it was because in dreams, you wake up when you're like really sad or having anxiety and scared. So like, I think when those emotions come and it's like very sad and stuff, your brain can't just handle it while it's asleep. So you have to wake up. Anyways, so these two dreams are similar but also a bit different. There's a part 1 and 2. The part 1 is the most chaotic one, and the second one is just crazy. So pretty much, part 1 is like, also, before I go into detail of the dreams, 1, please subscribe to this channel. I only got 17 subscribers right now out of 20. That's my current goal. Anyways, so these two dreams are no longer lucid dreams because they're just regular dreams. No, I mean, they could be nightmares. I don't know, man. You decide. Pretty much, in my dream, I was just chilling. When I get a random text, I was like, let me check who it is. So I check it, and it's an unknown number, pretty much telling me a bunch of junk. Like, there's a demon coming after you, and be prepared and all stuff. And I'm getting annoyed because I think it's just spam. Imagine getting spam texts and stuff in your dream. I thought it was just spam, right? So I decided to temporarily block the number because I could mess with him later, I guess. So yeah, I blocked him, but I know I could just unblock him. Anyways, so I started going to sleep in the dream, which is another way to get deeper into the dream, I think. And pretty much, that dream in the dream, I dreamt about this Lucky Block thing, and if I hit it twice, I got 2 different things. So I wake up, and I decided to mess with the spam caller a bit. And I told him about the dream, and he was like, oh yeah, that's useful information. You need to remember that. And I don't know why, but I didn't really react too much about it. I think I blocked him again. And then on a Thursday day, I went into my backyard, started walking to the park probably. I live near a park. So I was about to start going into like this alleyway, which I have connected to the block and to my backyard. So once I was outside, I was about to go there when I instantly get teleported to the battlefield. And there's this black orb, right? So I'm like, what is this? And pretty much the demon thing that the spam caller, quote unquote, and it wasn't a call, it was text, but the spam guy pretty much was true. He didn't lie. There was a literal demon trying to kill me. And pretty much, I'm on this battlefield. He comes out of the black orb, and before he could land an attack on me, because I was too surprised to react, this random guy comes in and saves me. So I'm pretty much, okay, that's the guy who texted me. I should have trusted him more. I don't know why. So I look for something, just anything, and I see this Lucky Block thing. And I remembered my dream and how it was useful information. So I go up to it. I hit it twice. The first time I had a wooden blade, and the second time I got a real metal knife. And I was like, okay. I passed it on to the dude. He catches it. Yeah, I literally thrown it. And he started beating this dude up. And then he kind of just tired out. I think he passed out for a bit. So I got the knife from him and I started attacking him like the demon. And I managed to get the demon away, but he shape-shifted or something. Then I woke up, and then here's the part 2. So pretty much, it's another Monday or whatever. I'm at school, and pretty much I learned that there's a flood happening. And pretty much everyone freaks out and goes out of the school. And I'm like, okay, what is going on? But I see the demon, the shape-shifted demon. And I was like, he was about to kill me, in the dream. And I was like, wait, let's do a truce. Because there's a literal flood. We could do this later, maybe, just a truce. And he decided, well, yeah, because apparently he couldn't swim. So, yeah. So we got up to as high as we can. We couldn't go to the roof yet because there's no way to the roof until we made our own solution. So pretty much, our first idea was to take off an air vent thing and climb into it, but it was obviously made for air, so we fell right through the roof. And then another thing was trying to make a hole in the roof, but there wasn't any ladders, obviously. And we checked the library and everything. There's nothing there. Because, yeah, there's 4 floors, right? The top one has a library and a few classes. And the bottom one started... The first floor got flooded already. I climbed onto this, metal gate thing, because those are in my school. And I started climbing it. I made a hole, and I fell and I dodged the thing, so I didn't get smushed. And we both climbed up, and we got onto the roof. And here's the weird thing, okay? So the flood so far got up to the 3rd floor, right? And the random guy who texted me about the demon nonsense that was actually not nonsense? Well, for some reason, he just, he went into the school while during the flood happened, and it went to the 3rd floor. He went literally into the school. He swam all the way up to the 4th floor, and he climbed onto the thing. I don't know how you do that. He just held his breath somehow. I don't know how, but bro, he must be a Olympic swimmer or something, right? Because there's no way someone could casually just swim like that and also not be almost drowning. Because I swear, I remember that, and if I did it, I've been drowned. I'd be drowned. I can't speak today. I'd probably be fried at the 1st floor. No, before I even made it to school, because I kind of can't swim. I kind of can. It's like a mix of both. It's weird, but yeah. So, pretty much, all 3 of us are on top of the building while we're witnessing the thing. It gets higher, but it gets just low enough for us to actually be on ground. It's barely at the school, the top of the school. And it stopped coming up, which was a good thing, but now we're kind of stuck on the roof. So, here's also another funny part or whatever. So, there's this random guy on a boat, and when I looked at his face, it turned out it was Tyler Vitelli. So we all hopped onto the boat. We all started rowing the boat, trying to get to any more safety. So now there's Tyler Vitelli riding the boat. The one paddling the boat, and was probably busy making videos after this or something. Then we have me, a normal person, who just discovered that he was getting hunted down by a demon in the first part. And then we have the demon, who's a demon, And then we got the spam caller. We're all just riding off into the sunset. And then I wake up. That had to be the funniest dream ending I think I could ever done. Because I never thought I'd be riding a boat with all these different types of people. We got a demon, we got a spam caller, or whatever this guy's name was, and then we also have Tyler Vitelli, which I know he doesn't live where I live, so I don't know how my brain came up with that. But yeah, that was my top 5 craziest dreams ever. Bye, guys.